Stay tuned, check out our content, and gain that booty. Keep getting them booty points. Just keep racking up the booty. The more booty points that you get, the more merch you will be able to unlock.
Yeah.
Stay tuned, check out our content, and gain that booty. Keep getting them booty points. Just keep racking up the booty. The more booty points that you get, the more merch you will be able to unlock. Stay tuned, check out our content, and gain that booty. Keep getting them booty points. Just keep racking up the booty. The more booty points that you get, the more merch you will be able to unlock. Stay tuned, check out our content, and gain that booty. Keep getting them booty points. Just keep racking up the booty. The more booty points that you get, the more merch you will be able to unlock. Stay tuned, check out our content, and gain that booty. Keep getting them booty points. Just keep racking up the booty. The more booty points that you get, the more merch you will be able to unlock.
And we're live. How's it going, man?
Really, really good, man. How are you doing?
Doing well. So, welcome everyone to the Clix Exchange. I tried something new.
The Clix Exchange.
Yeah, right. Why not? You know, we have new guests. We exchange things, information, just like we are trying to exchange information on who the next president is going to be, which we're nowhere closer than we were Tuesday.
Yeah. I'll tell you right now, man. I think if we had Chick-fil-A running the show,
oh my gosh,
Chick-fil-A and American Idol people,
oh yeah,
we would have already had a president.
We would have already known.
Yeah,
because they run the show.
Yeah,
they run everything. So hopefully those of you watching, you can come by, you can invite your friends, and you can just have a nice relaxing evening away from all of the politics that started all of this. You know, like, let's forget about all that. It was unfortunate for some people on Tuesday, but you know what? If you don't go vote, no change is going to happen. So just sit back, relax. Let's not think about any of that stuff. And now let's talk about some more pressing matters. And this is more important than anything right now. And Tony, I have to ask you this too, okay?
You got it.
When you are consuming chili, cornbread or rice?
Chili?
Yes, chili.
Oof. Cornbread or rice? That's a tough one, man.
I know.
Okay. My first question would be, how spicy is the chili?
Oh, it's spicy, man.
Really spicy?
Yeah, it's spicy.
Then I would go with rice.
Okay.
If it's really spicy. If it's not spicy, I would go with cornbread.
Look at that homeboy. Rice, yes.
We'll ask you the question when you come on, Ricky. We'll ask you the question when you come on.
For me, it's cornbread. You know, I love rice. I've grown up with rice my entire life. Like, rice was like a religion in the Puerto Rican household. But for me, it's cornbread when it comes to chili. Because to me, chili is like this wonderful, like, American dish. You know, even though I know you can have similar things in other countries, but it's like cornbread, the South, chili, all in one. It's perfect, man.
So the viewers We got one. Well, I guess Stephanie Luna gave me the flat face when I said rice. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know what you call that emoji. She gave me a little flat face. I guess she didn't like my response. I'm sorry, Stephanie. She says cornbread. So Stephanie Luna says cornbread. And Heather R. Cook.
Good choice.
Thank you for watching, Heather. She says cornbread with a little upside down smiley emoji.
Yeah, she's,
And
the upside down
happy emoji.
Yeah, the upside down emoji. That's like, kooky and silly, and we appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure.
Cornbread is in now.
We got, all right, on YouTube, we have Gabriel Velez. He says, Gabriel, the question was, do you eat your chili with cornbread and rice? And he answered chili, duh.
Chili, yeah, of course. He eats his chili with chili. What kind of idiot are we?
We have so I'm sorry, I got to flip it. So we're streaming on three platforms: YouTube, Twitch, and which is the other one? Facebook. So I'm going to be jumping between them. On Twitch, we have a viewer, and he said, hold on one second, let me get there.
Here we go.
Rice and cornbread.
Together. Wow, this is a person who just mixes the cultures together.
Right. Yeah, he's just.
I love it.
He's about it. He's about it.
I'm waiting for the person that just says something random.
Yeah.
Like that's neither of those things.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Like Cheetos.
So you just recently did your final. Was that the end of your series with the top 5?
I just completed my season 1 of the top 5 Hero Clix. If you're watching, you have no idea what a Hero Clix is. It's a game with little figures. It's like chess, but not really. And you use them, and they battle each other, and you roll dice. And I just completed my my series. There was like 5 episodes, top 5, and it went really well. I think we gained a lot of information from it, and from that, I think we can grow and make it even better content. My goal is to now make them 5 minutes and do everything in increments of 5. Like 5, top 5, perfect. 5 minutes, 5 this, everything 5.
That's great, and I know we're going to be doing a tutorial too, like the tutorial videos. So if you're watching this for the first time and you want to get into it and you love comic book characters, HeroClix is the game to play. And this is what we named our show after. Yeah. Because HeroClix is what brought us together.
Yep.
Right?
It is, yeah.
It's what brought us together. We come from different backgrounds, and this one game just united us, and we've taken it off since then. If you love comic book characters, that's the game to play. And this guy right here is the HeroClix encyclopedia.
I may not be the best at the game, but I know like everything you need to know about it. And I'm a pretty good teacher. I've taught like several people, and they've grown to be pretty good players.
Heather R. Cook, she just, one of the random things that you were talking about, that you said within cornbread and rice, and somebody was going to come with something random. She says, have you tried a peanut butter sandwich with your chili? That sounds interesting because I love peanut butter.
I have not tried peanut butter with my chili before. However, perhaps if it was peanut butter and jelly chili, if it was made into a sandwich, perhaps.
Almost like a like a sloppy Joe, almost
like a sloppy Joe,
like a peanut butter and jelly sloppy Joe,
a PB&J.
All right, look, listen, I gotta try that.
Yeah,
I know it may sound nasty to some people, but I'm gonna have to try that. And I mean that's weird. But
PB and Joe,
PB and Joe for sure,
man. So we heard recently that there's gonna be somebody arriving in December, and this person that is arriving has made himself known. We talked about him 2 weeks ago. He was on the show. This week he's too busy to show up.
Yeah,
but
he's preparing. We're already in what? We're about to hit the second week of November.
Oh yeah.
So he's preparing to invade the Kree world first.
Yeah,
right. And then
ironically,
he's gonna end up invading Earth.
Mm-hmm.
So right now he's not able to talk to us, but maybe in between the preparations we can bring him back on.
And if you don't know what we're talking about, we're talking about the King in Black. As much as we like shows and everything, we love comic book characters. The King in Black, Null, he is coming out this December, and it's going to be one of the best stories that Marvel has released ever in life. It's going to be good. So you definitely want to check that. We're going to promote that until the sun goes down.
Yeah, man, that's going to be a great comic book series. I'm definitely, I already told you I pre-ordered mine at a local comic book store. No, not that local, because I'm going to have to go to Tampa. But yeah, you
got to do what you got to do.
That's a story for another day, I guess, right? But I'm definitely going to get that. I don't know.
Maybe IDC. I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see what they do, what they end up doing.
So for our next segment here, we have a few people that we'd like to introduce you to today. Some people that are going to be joining us with our StreamYard. And these are individuals who enjoy gaming, but are all very different. And that we have, from what I know of, we have 2 guests today. We have 2 guests. That's all I know. I know one of them. He is an extreme fit athlete person. Really great guy. I've known him for a few years now, actually, personally. And then we have someone else coming on who is a super, like, if I'm an encyclopedia for Clix, this dude is an encyclopedia for RPGs.
Definitely.
Like, he knows TTRPGs like the back of his hand.
And not only that, he actually creates his own RPGs.
See,
he's actually working on his own game as well. So
we definitely got to ask him about that.
Yeah, we're definitely going to talk about his upcoming game.
Oh, absolutely. So if we're ready, we'd love to see if we can get the first guest on.
Yep. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and introduce him. He is one of my favorite coaches of all time. One of my most recent coaches at CrossFit 863. I'm going to tell you right now, this is the guy that you need to see if you want to get fit. COVID has made me gain a little bit of weight, but I'm going to have to see him again and lose some of this weight. He is one of the most, in fact, if we did one of the top 5 sexiest men of Highlands County, he would probably be number 1.
I would put him in that top 5.
I would be number 2.
Right.
But he would be number 1 for sure.
Okay.
So let's bring him on. Ricky Rivera from CrossFit 863.
All right.
What's up, dudes?
Oh, there he is.
What they do, Ricky.
Hey, Ricky.
How y'all doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Good. You guys are so nice. I definitely think you'd be number 1 sexiest.
Nah, man. I don't know, man. I think there's there's you, and then there's leagues below you, and then I'm number 2. I'll take number 2.
There's like those percentages
definitely,
that go. Yeah,
definitely. The dad bod is making a comeback.
It is.
So
true. Very true.
Yeah.
Not. Hey, how you doing?
Man, doing good, bro. Doing good. It's been years since we've spoken.
Yeah.
And I remember you back when you were you were in high school and you were goofing off and just giving people a hard time, and now you have developed and become devoted to working out and making people fit. You have transformed individuals, and I hear about you all the time. Everybody's like, "Oh, do you know Ricky, man? He trained me over here. He trained me at Gold's. Now he's got CrossFit." So Ricky, first question. What is CrossFit? I know it's a big buzzword. Everybody is talking about it, but for our viewers,
the actual definition of it is constantly varied functional movement performed at high intensity. So for a lot of people, what does that even mean, right?
Yeah.
So you kind of really simplify it. I think it's the best way to do it for most new people. I think it's a mixture between Olympic weightlifting, powerlifting, cardio, and gymnastics. And it's all one big program we put together. And it's always something different each time you come into class. You never redo the same workout over and over again. And we have little benchmarks to see actually if we get better or not from doing it too.
Okay.
I know it's also a cult.
Kind of.
It's like an athletic religious cult as well.
Kind of. I guess you could put it that way. I mean, we just call it classes.
So you being the local cult leader of this chapter called CrossFit 863, How would you treat me if you walked by and you saw me working out at Planet Fitness?
I said, good for you, bro. You're doing something. Hey, movement's medicine, man. I don't care what you're doing. You don't have to do CrossFit. As long as you're doing something, that makes me happy.
I was expecting for you to say I would pull you by the ear and get you back to the box.
I mean, would you actually come see results?
Definitely. Hey, you know what? I know Pam and I are going back soon, so I'm just waiting for her to heal. I'm fully healed and I can go now, but
you're fully healed. When did you get hurt, bro?
I need motivation, and Pam is that motivation, and she kicks my butt to get me into the gym. So we'll definitely be back. But I will say that as someone that trained with you, man, and you made us run, and the what do you call that? The row machines, man. You guys had me super fit. I remember training with Ricky for a couple of months, and then getting back to Miami and playing some soccer, bro. And I literally played on the field the whole game without getting tired. So CrossFit definitely works. Ricky, we brought you on. You already know this is a game stream. We're a gaming stream group. What do you play, man? What's your poison?
So I like RPGs. They're my favorite. I like a good story. So Final Fantasy games always been my favorite ones. Huge fan of all the Kingdom Hearts series as well. And big fan. Just recently I played 3, finished that, and just played the remake for 7, which was pretty decent. I knew that they were going to cut the game in half, or actually more than half. That's going to be probably a 3-disc game, but it's impressive what they come along with.
Now, you've played the original 7, right?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yes.
Now, from what I hear, I haven't played it yet, and that is on my list to do, like, before I die. Like games to play before you die, right? And that's definitely on there. And from what is it about that game that still makes it like a cult classic? Like everybody rages about it like all the time. Like it is the Final Fantasy.
I think it's just cool to see your old favorite characters kind of put into a new site, and being able to see those graphics and seeing that type of gameplay with that same storyline that you fell in love with like 10, 15 years ago. That game is like, oh wow, they've come such a long way. It's so cool to see all these graphics and how everything's come along. And then gameplay for it, I like the free roam. I don't like turn-based very much. So it was pretty cool to see that style and in that game, since it was turn-based previously as well.
Right. Yeah, so turn-based would kind of be like just going to a static gym, right? And just doing the same workout over and over again. But you like that free roam. You like that CrossFit.
Exactly.
Actually, Final Fantasy.
Something,
Yeah, most definitely, man. Most definitely. I don't know. I was trying to.
No, that's a good analogy.
Right. So for me, right? Sometimes I got to stream. I stream at night. I'm streaming, and I may do like a 3-hour session, right? And I'm sitting in my chair for 3 hours. What would you recommend me do in between the gaming sessions?
So, especially, I get like that too. I'll get lost into a game for hours, and I'll get really stiff in my lower back. So I'll either give up and lay on the floor for a couple of seconds. I have a foam roller under my bed. I'll hop on that for like 2 minutes or 3. Just go back and forth on it. If I get a little stiff, I'll roll my gaming chair into my room where I play. And if my back gets a little stiff, I have a little baseball that I just put on my lower back, or put in anything that's bothering me. Just kind of roll on it while I'm playing, so I don't get too stiff.
Okay.
What do you recommend for quick, body weight workouts to kind of get the blood flowing? If I decide I'm just gonna blow 4 hours on this game.
Dude, if you feel like you're about to fall asleep, just hit a minute of jumping jacks real quick, and you'll wake up just like that.
Okay.
Something super simple.
So
and drink.
That's perfect. No, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Now, what I do know about CrossFit is that there are like there's like elements of like competition sometimes, correct? Like sometimes you try to make it a little competitive and bring people up. What does competition add to training that like trying to just go to the gym by yourself doesn't do?
I think for most part, like someone like myself, I do like being competitive. I mean, there's a small group that goes to our class, and we are a little bit competitive between us. It gives us a little bit of drive to always push a little bit, not miss a workout because you feel like you're a day behind, just like everyone else. Mm-hmm. But same token, my goal for everybody at my gym is not to compete. That's not my goal. My goal is to make them healthy. Make sure they don't have high blood pressure, hypertension, high cholesterol issues. What else? Diabetes. The plain old Jane ones. But you can avoid those things and be healthy. That's what I want out of my people. But I think it's cool to do a competition. If it gives you that competitive drive, say, hey, I want to train for something instead of just going to the gym every day. I think that does put a little fire under some people's butts. I've seen it happen from a good friend of mine, actually, Ashley. She was a stay-at-home mom and didn't do jack before CrossFit. And I think it was maybe her 3rd month into our gym. And she did her first competition. And from that, she's actually become one of my fastest athletes I have in my gym now.
Wow.
And then from the same token as well, I have another member, Drema. You guys know her, of course, very well. Never has done a competition or day in her life that I know of. Nor do I think have I ever heard talk about wanting to do one. And she goes in there with her own competitive drive just to be a better person each day, I see. And she's lost 62 pounds, and she's been there I think a little over a year, maybe like a year and 3 months, something like that. So, it just depends on what you want to be competitive with within our facility. So there's that.
Stephanie Luna, she's from Minnesota, and I believe Anthony knows her.
Oh yeah, that's my girl. That's my girlfriend.
My old box in Minnesota used games to foster teamwork before the WOD. What's your go-to build? Or what's your go-to to build community in your box?
Repeat that again. I missed that.
So she was talking about how her box in Minnesota, they foster teamwork through games. She wants to know what's your go-to to build the community, or to, I guess, have the community come together in your box.
I mean, I think a lot has to do with the camaraderie within the gym, and then of course being comfortable around other people. Like my 5:30 a.m. class, there's a good group of women that go in there, and they're all very motivating towards each other. And I've noticed that, after that's happened, they also become friends. They exchange phone numbers. They're starting to hang out outside of the gym with each other. And then I've also noticed, like, I'll randomly go out to dinner with my wife at Don Jose's, and there's 5 of my members all sitting with each other, which I knew all 5 of them previously from CrossFit. Did not know each other at all. So I think that's a good way to network and meet new people. Obviously, just like whenever you go to any other gym.
Nice. Definitely seems more family oriented after you build that bond.
It's a very close community we have. I mean, we laugh together, we cry together. I make people cry sometimes, but
you've made me cry. You've made me cry. Yeah, you've no rep me a couple times, and then. Hey, I internally start crying, but you got to do it, right? You got to no rep them.
I can't help it, man. Look at it. It ain't for me, bro. Go somewhere else.
It's like a 20 rep set, and I'm on like number 8, like 18, 19, and 20. You no rep me 3 in a row.
You can't hear me. What do you mean no rep?
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Other than video gaming, man, do you RP at all? Have you played Dungeons and Dragons or any tabletop games that you like?
So I just got a Switch recently, and I'm not sure this is probably what you're talking about, but I just started playing Diablo.
Oh yeah, Diablo. See, Diablo is like a video game version of the Dungeons and Dragons that we know on the table.
Yeah. So we're probably going to have to bring you into one of our tabletop sessions then, man, so you can get that experience. You've never played any of the tabletop games or anything?
Nope.
And I know you love superheroes. What's your favorite superhero?
Batman.
Oh, you're a Batman guy. Yeah, man, Batman. Why do you like Batman?
Good choice.
Dude, I just grew up loving Batman. I remember when I was a little kid, I had a little Batman tent, and then from that, I had every single movie. I still have my cassette from Michael Keaton still. Gosh, I have a shrine of Batman stuff, honestly. And my son's middle name, I'm a huge DC fan. My son's name is actually two superheroes put together. It's Oliver Wayne Rivera, which is Oliver Queen, Bruce Wayne.
Hey.
Oh, man, I didn't know that. I did not know Ollie was named after Oliver Queen, man.
That's a good one, man.
That is awesome, man. That's awesome. And I guess that's twofold, right? He could be Oliver Queen or he could be Ollie, like Olympic lifting.
There you go.
That's awesome, bro. All right. So we'll definitely got to bring you into one of our tabletop sessions. Mm-hmm. I know we were getting into a more adult. I know we just finished talking about his kid's name. So into more of an adult thing. So we got to start your OnlyFans page, right? That's how good looking this guy is, man. How much money do you think we can make off of him?
You know what? There's OnlyFans for all sorts of people. True. I knew people like they did OnlyFans and they were just sitting in their bathroom like eating a sandwich, and that's it.
Cardi B makes what? Over $1 million a day just
talking. Yeah, you're right. A day. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
That's disgusting.
We just need to move the show to OnlyFans, and there we go.
One of our viewers, his name is Tony Velez. He just wanted to see your six pack. Yeah, I don't know. I see it in the comments. Do you see that too, right there?
Yeah. It says Tony Velez.
Tony Velez wants to see your six pack, bro. I don't know, man.
The box, you can see it all you want.
There we go.
There you go.
Nice.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, so give us some information on your box, man. How can we go check it out?
So all you gotta do is hit me up on Facebook. It's CrossFit 863. Shoot me a message. Let me know when you want to start. You get a free week, and if you like it, obviously we'll sign you up.
You got to use up that free week, bro.
Yeah, that free week. That sounds like a good deal. Now, I heard you like Batman. All right, so if you're into comics, you got to get with the Batman Who Laughs. All right, he's big right now. You already got it, bro. What do you think about it? What do you think about it, man?
It's not bad, man. It's not bad at all.
It's a nice little spin, right? Nice little twist.
Mm-hmm. I think I have 2 copies of it right now. I had my best friend give it to me for my birthday because he knows I'm a huge fan. Mm-hmm. And of course, I got it. But did they come out with a movie for it yet?
No, they're working on it. I think they're working on an animated movie, man. You know that'll be dope.
That's gonna be dope. That's gonna be very dope. I can't wait. What do you guys think about the new Batman coming out?
I think it's gonna be good.
Hey, you know what? Everybody sees Robert Pattinson as Twilight Boy, but if you've seen any of his recent films, this guy can act.
He's amazing.
Yes, he's very good, man. Very good. At first, I was kind of hesitant about him being Batman.
But that trailer drop.
That trailer
just start romping on
us. Yes. Like he wasn't stopping. I was like, whoa, okay, Bruce, I think he's done.
Yes, man. I'm super excited about this. I think this is where Warner Brothers should have taken the direction anyways. You know, they tried to copy the whole Marvel format, and it's not working for them.
Yep. Batfleck was not a smart move, man.
Yeah, no. I didn't have a problem with Batfleck, man. I'm gonna admit it.
Yeah. But once the whole Martha part happened,
terrible. I'm getting nauseous just thinking about it.
But apparently, when the Snyder cut comes out, that's gonna be like a whole new movie, man. That's what I keep hearing.
That's gonna be
I'm not gonna hold my breath. I mean, they're probably hyping it up for us to watch it or whatever.
And well, they're gonna get me.
Yeah, me too. Oh. Ricky, where's your box located?
It's 204 South Ridgewood Drive.
Perfect. And that was behind the old bike shop, right?
Yeah, it's right where Legacy Bike Shop is, right off the circle downtown Sebring.
Awesome. All right, guys, check him out. CrossFit 863. I'm gonna tell you right now. I've done CrossFit in Miami. I've had multiple coaches. They were great. And Ricky, I'm going to tell you right now, bro, you are one of the best trainers I have ever had. I was at my fittest with you. I'm definitely going to come back to check you out. We're definitely going to be doing a piece with Create Unity at CrossFit 863. I think we're going to be doing it this Saturday, right, Ricky?
Yes, sir.
This Saturday, we're going to come by to, so whoever you got there, we're going to just get some film on the box itself so people can get more info without actually having to go there yet. And then if you like it, just go check him out. You get a free week, guys. Get a free weekend.
Hit him up.
Yeah, just hit him up. Ricky, man, great talking to you. Thanks.
You too, guys.
Thank you very much, bro.
Good catching up again,
Hey,
Ricky.
I'm going to get you into one of our Dungeons and Dragons sessions, bro.
We're going to do a whole new series.
Yeah.
We're going to do a series, Celebrities of Sebring, D&D.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
All right, I'm down.
Peace, bro. Thanks, man.
Thanks for coming
Catch you later.
That was great. He's cool, man.
Man, yeah, I love his energy. Good. I can see why people like him as a
super
trainer.
Great energy. I loved him as a trainer. I want to say that working out with Ricky, he pushes you, but in not that more reps, yelling kind of way. It's just that positive vibe, positive attitude, and that translates into your progression when you're working out. And I think that helped me a lot. And he's just a fun dude before and after working out. You're gasping for air at the end of the workout, partially dying, and he's just there talking to you and just motivating you. Great guy.
I'm glad we did this segment too, because we talk about these comic book heroes and everything, and some of them you see them go through like this training, and some of them never do. That's one thing I love about Batman, is you always see these training sessions with him like becoming the Bat, where you don't really see that as much with Cap or Iron Man, because Cap takes some medicine, and then Iron Man, he builds his suit. But there's something about the training. I think that's what's always attracted me to Rocky movies.
Yeah.
Is the training that whole montage and that developing of yourself. And if you develop that inner body of yourself, right, in your outer body, then you can really like you can just do anything. You can really anything you want. Like the sky's the limit.
I'm glad you mentioned Rocky, man, and the most iconic scene in Rocky is him working out and then running up the stairs, and everybody behind him running with him.
Oh,
and
Rocky
then he gets
2.
to the top, Rocky 2. And you're right, man. Those are iconic scenes. Batman, even though a lot of people didn't like Batfleck, but when Batfleck was in the gym, remember?
Oh, man.
And he's just bench pressing like 500, 600 pounds.
And then he's like pulling like these things with like chains or whatever. I was like, dude, how is that even going to be helpful against Superman? But, he does it, though.
He does it, man. It's a great stress reliever. I just recommend it, man. Getting a little workout in before you sit down and play your games, man. Get that blood flowing, and it's great for your mind too. It's great for your hand-eye coordination. It's just overall great.
So that's how we're relating that to gaming. For those of you who have more of a sedentary lifestyle where you're not moving, get active. It's good for you.
Yeah, you get to these gyms, you get a trainer like him, man. They love the same things that you guys love, and you could talk about it right after your workout while you're trying to survive. That's how I felt sometimes.
1 hour later, you're like, you're gonna get on that game?
Yeah. And then he's like, hey man, I'm logging on tonight on that Call of Duty. All right, man. I'll see you there. And it's just motivating, man. It's super motivating.
Oh yeah, big time.
I'll go ahead and introduce our next guest.
Yes.
From Gordon at Games. This guy is just the same way you're the encyclopedia for HeroClix. This guy is the encyclopedia for all things tabletop RPGs. I've gone to his house a couple times. He has, I'm going to just kind of estimate about 300,000 to 400,000 different tabletop RPGs.
Wow.
He buys them all. They come out, he buys them. And let's bring him on. Jeremy Childry from Gordon at Games. Another Sebring resident.
There he is.
What's up, Jeremy?
Oh, we can't
hear. It sounds like your mic is muted, bro.
Am I
here?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Now we can.
My face is larger. Hold on, let's get situated. I could have done this in the green room, man. What is up, guys? You cannot have me on after somebody who does CrossFit, man. I'm lucky to get like 20 steps in a day.
Well, you know what? There's two sides to, gaming and life, man. You got those active, really guys, and you got the brain active guys, and you're one of the brain ones, bro.
Yeah, I guess, man. whatever you guys got to say to justify me being here.
However we spin it, right?
And I also want to tell everybody that I have nowhere near the amount of RPGs that Tony just said.
I don't even know if that many exist, bro.
It looks like it, bro. It looks like you got how many shelves do you got at home with all those RPGs?
I only have a shelf and a half, but if you know how much they cost, then that's another.
He has a shelf and a half, bro. That's so a shelf and a half.
And I didn't because you told me the topic. I actually brought not brought because you're welcome to my house, but I got off of my shelf 6 books that kind of deal with what you
awesome, man.
What you're talking about.
That's great. So
before we get started, I gotta say, I gotta say, Tony was given Ricky all this props for his appearance or whatever, but bro, you got this you got this whole Klaus from the Umbrella Academy thing going on, bro. Looking good, man.
Hold on, shit, I didn't watch it this season. Which one is Klaus?
He's the one who can talk to the dead.
Oh yeah. I'm good at that.
But he's a handsome dude, though.
He's my favorite character in the show. Klaus is my favorite character, man. I'm trying.
Is it because I look like I might be kind of stoned? Is that what? Is that the reason?
That's not what I was going with.
That's exactly where Anthony was going.
I thought the glasses took away from the fact that I have tiny little eyes. Eyes.
Nah, bro, you're the man, bro. I love this guy. Let me tell you about Jeremy, man. Jeremy has introduced. You've expanded my tabletop RPG, man, and it's almost like he can never stick to that one campaign. Like, I go to his house one day, he introduces me to Mothership, right? And then I go to his house the next week thinking I'm playing Mothership, and we end up playing some zombie apocalypse game in Sebring. And then I go to his house the next day.
I didn't know you played that, actually.
Dude, I was there. I was the only one that survived once again. Because, of course, the people that we were playing with, they just always find a way to die. And then I find myself surviving on my own. And then you introduced me to another game. I forgot the name of the game, and I know that you probably won't even want to mention it. But
Lamentations?
Lamentations with the drunk Hungarian. We had a drunk Hungarian that we were streaming with.
Online,
Bro,
online.
Some of the most wackiest tabletop RPG experiences that I've ever had in my life has been with Jeremy. And I want to thank you for that.
I'm glad that's the look. Yeah. I've played so much. I've played so much games like that I've had every kind of experience that you can imagine. And some of it, you're probably thinking about that one. Yeah, I've had that one. And then I've also had a bunch that you could never imagine as well. So.
I bet, man. I bet.
Yeah.
So all three of us are dungeon masters.
Yeah, we've all DM'd at least once. You probably got the most experience, of course.
Anthony is a great dungeon master. Anthony,
thank you.
We did one of the games that you're not too fond of, or I guess you told me Pathfinder. We played some Pathfinder.
Yeah.
Anthony did a great job just making the game easier, man. I call it Mathfinder because it is a lot of crunchiness. But Anthony makes the game so much more easier. We did a pirate campaign.
There was pirates involved.
I was a sexy female bard, in that campaign. And DMing is just, you got to be a very special person to DM. I've DM'd.
Yeah, and Tony's running this amazing Star Wars campaign right now. And it's just the last combat I told you, that was one of the top 5 battle situations I've ever been in an RPG. So I'll give you props for that, bro.
Thank you.
Good.
And then Jeremy, man, all you do is DM, man. One day we got to bring you in as just a gamer, man, just as a player.
I get to play too, man. I get to play. I mean, I'm kind of unique in that I started playing online. I didn't play in person until well after I had been playing online for a long time. So I've been the whole entire online gaming that people are just getting into because of COVID. I've been doing it for years now. So
you're a pro. Yeah. These people are just trying to survive, and you're this is my world.
I've been doing this, dude. Google Hangouts, man. Theater of the mind. couple dice, and really there's a ton of resources out there if you want to play online too.
So there's probably some people out there that are still quarantining, and as most people probably still should, right? But what are some tips that you could give them to maybe play some RPGs with their friends?
Well, there's a ton of ways, right? Like you can get a Skype call going, right? And if you have your own dice and you have a pencil and a piece of paper and you have the books that you can, then you can play, right? That's like the basic, right? Some sort of just like what we're doing right now, we could be playing an RPG if we felt like it, right? And then then you can get more advanced with some virtual tabletops. I think the one that I use is called Foundry. It's open source, so you don't have to, and a lot of the content is community based. So that means it gets a lot of updates and stuff like that, and it's not, you own your own content for it, right? Like if you make content for Foundry, you own it because it's open source, right? And there's Roll20, Fantasy Grounds. There's a whole bunch of them out there. If you just Google virtual tabletop, you'll find tons of stuff, and then you'll even find stuff like that's not related to RPGs. That's like board games online and stuff like that. It's a whole can of worms. Okay.
All right. So, we were wanting to talk about multi-classing, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sure we all kind
of. That's what I got ready for.
And then we start asking you all this random crap, right?
Then we start calling you, what is his name? Faust?
Klaus,
yeah.
Klaus,
I'll take it, dude. If a famous person versus, you know what I mean, somebody who's handsome enough to be on TV, man.
He is,
and they've probably taken more than 20 steps today. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's true.
I just rolled in here from my work from home office.
Bro, that's a reality for a lot of people right now.
Yeah. But multi-classing, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sure we all maybe have different feelings and experiences with it. I know, I've done it a little bit. Tony, we were having a conversation about it. So Klaus, what is your take with multi-classing? Do you think it's good? Should it be done? Should it be tossed aside? How do you feel, man?
So I don't really play too many games that have multi-classing as a thing that you can do or even really makes sense to do. But I did play 5e, and really the big thing is everybody at the table cool with what's going on? Yeah, cool. Yeah, then we're good, right? If it's not, if the DM says no, I don't like multi-classing, then yeah, it just depends on what you want to get out of the game. You know what I mean? And I think that people who like to multi-class and stuff like that, especially in games like Pathfinder and 5e, are people who like the game aspect of role-playing games, right?
Not as much the story.
They're not into the role-playing aspect so much. And they'll probably argue that they are just trying to make a more specialized character, right? But really, they're trying to, most of the time, you're when people are multi-classing, you're seeing power builds and stuff like that, where it just it gets out of control, and they're trying to roll as many dice, and that's cool too. I mean, like rolling a whole bunch of dice and doing 120 damage because you multi-class is cool as hell, right? It just depends on what the game. What the kind of game, if you're trying to make a superhero game, yeah, fine, that's awesome, do it. You know what I mean? But I actually kind of like I said, I brought out some games that kind of tackle this subject kind of head on, right? So I got these 3 smaller tomes, right? Troika, right? Hold on, let me get the Troika. Death is the New Pink, and 3 of the books that I brought out are essentially the same game. They just have different character options and stuff like that. Into the Odd. Actually, I'll just throw with it because Death is the New Pink, Into the Odd, and Electric Bastion Land. Very pretty. Electric Bastion Land. All 3 of those games use Into the Odd, but those games have these hyper specific classes and character options, right? So you don't have to necessarily like multi-class, because like I'll just open up to a random one in Bastion Land, right? Bailed Prisoner. This is so you randomly determined by your stats or whatever based on the character creation stuff that I'm not going to go through, right? You can be a bailed prisoner, right? And just another random one, factory retainer. That's your failed career, right? So they get super hyper specific. So like, what are you going to multi-class into? There's nothing, you know what I mean? Same thing with like Death is the New Pink, which is actually not class based at all. That's all items. Items make you make who you are as a character, right? Same thing with Into the Odd. These two games, the three that I just named, these all use the Into the Odd system. But these two especially use items to make who you are, right? They make like when you're doing character creation. Same thing with this one, randomly determined character, right? Super weird, super hyper specific, wizard hunter, right? Immediately you open up and you could be a wizard hunter, right? And they kind of like that's and these games are more for people who are into the role-playing aspect of the role-playing games. And I honestly don't think there's a wrong way to do it, as long as everybody at the table is cool. You know what I mean? Like, as long as if everybody's having fun, then nothing wrong happened, right? Sure. And even sometimes when people don't have fun, like, I guess maybe it's not the GM's fault, right, or the game's fault. It's like somebody at the table's fault. Most of the time, if you're hanging out with friends, you're probably having a good time anyway, right? But then I also was thinking about it, and then Dungeon Crawl Classics, right? And I also kind of just wanted to flex this San Julian Special Edition cover on the stream or whatever, because it's like balling. But so. Dungeon Crawl Classics, right? It has so much like third-party content, right? So just the base classes are like, wizard, thief, cleric, whatever they are, fighter, whatever. But there's so much third-party content out there. You can play anything you want if you do enough research, right? You could find a book for anything, and that's kind of what I would rather do. Is like, okay, you want to play a wizard ninja? Go find a custom class for wizard ninja. Let's not put these two things on top of each other that maybe weren't meant to go on top of each other and break the game that we're trying to play, right? But then, right, and then I got to thinking, right, I have a game that is 100% multi-classing, right? That is from moving up in level. It gets more and more complex, right? So, Shadow of the Demon Lord, right? This is Robert Schwalb. If you play 5e, right, go look in the cover right now, right? It has Robert Schwalb is one of the like the consultants or something like that. He had a major part in designing that game, right? But he designed this game, and he wanted to be able to. It's simple enough that you can run it while you're drunk, because that's one of the things that one of the principles that he ran it. Designed it under. But
by the way, since you mentioned that's very fitting that you have that book, because when we get together, we're typically drunk.
Well, I stopped drinking 3 months ago.
You did stop, but I'm saying when we were playing, everybody would bring a 12-pack. And by the end of the session, right? Yeah. And by the end of the session, there's no more beer left. And I'm talking about 6 people at the table. Everybody brings a 12-pack.
Oh man, you guys are lit.
Not me. I never. No. Yeah, I mean, we whenever I was drinking, we definitely drink quite a bit at the table, and that's kind of one of my. I don't know. I'm kind of like a drunk savant when it comes to running games. I actually sometimes think I'm a little bit better at it when I'm a little buzzed, but I still am having fun, right? While not drinking and running games and stuff like that. I just get more nervous before the game. But Shadow of the Demon Lord, man, it starts off right same like the 4 basic classes like thief. Let me see, what are they? We'll just look. 4 basic classes, some pretty cool, neat races, right? But as you level up, you instead of like your class having a specific pathway that you go down, you choose any class has access to all of them.
Okay.
Right? So you might like as you get, you might go from being a fighter to like a battle casting type mage as you progress because of the pathways that you've taken. You know what I mean? So you can't, being a fighter doesn't restrict you from the next level of choices, right? And choosing any of those doesn't restrict you from the next level of choices. So
that's pure multi-classing right there.
This Shadow Demon Lord is you can go straight down the you can go straight down the pathway of like fighter or whatever if you want, but you can go because of the way that the levels work, the pathways. And the cool thing too is there's third party, like Robert Schwalb is like an animal when it comes to producing content. He's like literally like, go look at Shadow of the Demon Lord, like not even third party products, because I don't know how poppin' that community is, but the first party like Shadow of the Demon Lord official content, there is a ridiculous amount. Like there's some of it like that there's a I think there's one whole entire supplement just about like magic that has to do with like making people shit themselves and stuff. So like there's whole entire books of just ridiculous wild stuff for Shadow of the Demon Lord. Official.
Check that out. Earlier we were talking about the multi-classing, right? And Anthony actually brought up a good point. He's like, look, if I'm gonna allow multi-classing in one of my sessions while he's DMing, he's like, you could probably get a couple levels from a class that's already in your party. So that would be the role-playing aspect of it. Whereas, hey, you've been adventuring alongside this fighter for a while, so why not learn some of the techniques from the fighter and put in a couple levels from the fighter and vice versa. And I think that's pretty genius when it comes to multi-classing and keeping it within the RP realm.
Well, I guess the issue that I have whenever I think about it, like, and for my own suspension of disbelief, which I'm pretty good at just suspending it for everything, right? And even Shadow of the Demon Lord kind of addresses this too, is like if you level up on a Monday, right? Like, and you take the new class on a Monday, right? Like on the Tuesday afterwards, right? How do you justify that new level, right? And this is kind of, I mean, we could get into a whole nother discussion on whether or not like numbers based leveling even makes sense, like for a mind cannon type of thing. But like Shadow of the Demon Lord assumes that there's time between every single adventure, right? Each adventure is encapsulated, right? So you're not spending so much time like with the minutia, like you level up every adventure, right? If you successfully get through an adventure, you level up, and you know, and it goes to level 10, so 10 sessions or something like that, and you've made it to the top level, right?
Yeah, that's great. And I'm glad you mentioned that. When I'm, as you know, I'm also building my own RPG kind of module, I guess, or just rule system, right? And
yeah, I'm just waiting for the graphic design. Go ahead on that. So.
One of the things that I eliminated was levels altogether.
Smart.
No leveling. There's no leveling in the game. It's just you get more powerful if you get a better gun, guess what? You deal more damage. If you get better armor, guess what? You mitigate more damage. You know, and then that's
kind of how Into the Odd handles it a little
and then
bit.
you learn, you can learn certain abilities. Everybody can learn different abilities or the same ability. You just got some base abilities, but I like that you mentioned that. I'm not a big fan of the leveling system. If done right, though, it works.
It does work, and I think it's a nice introduction for people who've never played RPGs. You know, like, oh, I've never played, anything. Well, you can sit down, play Pathfinder, level up your guy, get new spells or get new feats, and do more damage and get more HP. Because like so many video games use that, so it's so like familiar to people.
That's a great point.
And really, like any like 5e, Pathfinder 3.5, any of those games, like I said, man, it's all about what you want out of the session. Do you want something that you can sit down and play? Well, if you want something that you can sit down and play immediately the day that the DM says we're playing a Pathfinder campaign, well, you're not really probably going to be able to do that, right? Like if you are, you're probably investing. Like, especially if there's only one person who really knows the rules, you're investing, a few hours getting everybody's characters made, and then And then by the time that you get everybody's characters made, are you going to want to play? I'm not running a game after making characters for 3 hours.
100%.
Like it's not happening.
It's just too crunchy.
Without like that session 0. It's like,
yeah. What you're talking about, this session 0, just everybody getting together and the whole day, the whole 4 hours is sitting down creating your character with the DM,
and then backstory a little bit of the world and all that.
Yeah, definitely. And that's why I like the games that you've introduced me to, where it's like
you can just
we would sit down and character creation in 30 minutes. My Aftermath system was the same way. We created our characters within 30 minutes. But you put in
a lot of pre-work, though.
No, most definitely.
So it's hard to escape that pre-work area, but I don't know if you've seen Burning Wheel mechanic modules. They like to use a pass-fail system where you get 5 passes and you get a few fails and then you increase in that skill or something.
I have Burning Wheel, the gold covered one on my shelf. It actually was given to somebody who couldn't make it through it, and I can't make it through it either.
Mouseguard uses
uses Burning Wheel.
Man,
yeah.
You know what? I enjoyed Mouseguard, man. That Mouseguard gets a little bit of hate from people, but we played.
I mean, so who ran it, dude? Because from my understanding, right, like getting the Burning Wheel mechanics down, and I've heard Mouseguard is a little easier on the Burning Wheel mechanics themselves, but getting those down is really kind of tough. And I've also heard that to get a really good feel for the game, you got to run it you got to play it like a campaign of 10 sessions of it. Is that kind of what you've experienced with it? Or?
Yeah, when I was playing with Tony and a few of the other guys, that was probably my 4th or 5th time running it in probably the 10th or so session. And yeah, it takes a little bit maybe to get the stride, because it's not like a lot of it's a D6 system. And it's pass and fails and trying to get your players to keep track of those things. And then the elements in the game are very story based. You have to have some of these things pre-thought out, like who's gonna be your main rival and your friend, and who are these people, because you're gonna interact with them in the story and they're gonna help you. But once you get some of those nuances out of the way, it kind of flows pretty smooth.
Great. It was a great game, man. He ran it, and I was kind of iffy at first. I didn't tell you. I was kind of iffy at first, man. Too. And I had a blast with the game. In his story, did you create that storyline, or was that a module that you were running?
No, I took elements from the first little mission you guys did was a module, and then it branched off into something new.
Bro, he did it was fun, and we stopped playing. I don't know why, but
I knew somebody couldn't make it.
That's right.
And then it just
the old campaign unravel. I've had it happen a few times.
It happens.
I've heard if you give it time to, if you have enough time, but you got to basically commit to 10 sessions to really get the vibe. For Burning Wheel, I don't know if I've heard that for Mouseguard, but I know that it uses some of that stuff. And honestly, I love that whole entire idea anyway, because I was a real big Redwall fan. I don't know if you guys know what Redwall is. It's just the same kind of concept, mice and rats and stuff like that, fighting medieval style, with ferrets and stuff like that. I love it, man. Jeremy, I probably would have been a furry, man, if I would have if there wasn't a social stigma with it.
Who was it that I ran? I ran my character I think I created my character in his Mouseguard game after Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah.
That was kind of my role play. I was whiny.
Anakin Mousewalker.
I was like a what do you call it? Prodigy, just a straight up warrior. But I was so whiny in the game. And,
a little bit,
yeah. I was whiny and all.
But you RP'd that pretty good.
Yeah, man. I love getting into the RP, man. But Jeremy, let's plug in some Gordonat Games, man. Where can we check your game out?
On Facebook, Gordonat Games. On Instagram, Gordonat Games. I think my blog is called They Came From Gordonat.blot.im. I don't know. Maybe Google it. I'm pretty crap at social media. I'm making a game. It's pretty cool. It's based on Mothership. Also, sometime probably early 2021, Tuesday Night Games is releasing a pamphlet called Stardust Sands, written by me and my friend Matt House. What else do I got? Got some sick ass official Hubris DCC character sheets designed by me coming out soon. Oh, I forgot. I don't know if this even matters or if you care for your show, but I got today some a D20 mold and resin to pour dice, and then some stuff to make paper. So I have some plans for like a weird little Etsy shop that you guys might be interested in. Oh, that's cool,
man.
Yeah. And later, this is all gaming stuff, but with a little bit of a smoky twist, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, definitely, man.
So yeah.
With the smoky twist, my wife will definitely be checking you out then, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, check me out. Definitely. I mean, it's gonna be some. It's just some ideas I have in the works. I don't want to say too much because I might not go through with it, and I don't want to be held to anything. So
yeah, I hear you.
I'll shoot my portfolio. Hit me up if you want graphic design work for games or game design consultation. I do this. I do it for money. So.
I got a viewer before you go. His name is Sad Boy Hours 666. He says, "What's wrong with furries?"
I don't think there's anything wrong with them. I played for Arcadia in 2005 when it came out, and then all of a sudden there was furries, and then I looked. I looked around and I was like, wait a second. Was I a furry in 2004 when I was playing for Arcadia online? I don't know. I'm cool with it. I just don't. The social stigma, Sad Boy. The social stigma. I don't want to dress up like it because I'm afraid.
And Sad Boy also says, Jeremy, will you play with me online November 10th for my birthday?
Yes, he already knows I will. That's all right.
Spooky. So I guess you know.
Yeah, that's spooky.
Sad Boy, you gotta give us a like, bro. You gotta give us a follow as well.
That's spooky. Sad Boy is spooky, man. He's a good guy, actually. Really good guy.
And then we got Archangel Likender or Archangel bro. These names, bro. I tell you.
RPG players.
He says Wheel is super story driven. He says Wheel is very good. That was good.
He's been in that's Cree. He's been in Mouse Guard too, and he really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was great.
We got to get a game going, man. I got to get you guys on some Foundry stuff, on some Dungeon Crawl Classics.
Let's do it. We'll definitely do it, man.
We got to get the Pillage and Plan. You guys can stream it. I'll run it, dude.
We're gonna do it.
I got the resources.
As long as you make me one of the things that you bought all the materials to start making, then I can promise you we can.
Yeah, I got you, man. I'll make a Pillage and Plunder dice, man. What are we gonna throw in that beast, man? What are we gonna
Cree
throw
said
in?
He would love to see some Plunder D20s. So.
Yeah, what are we gonna put in it? Tell me right now before I go. What are we gonna put in it? Some gold leaf, man. Is that what we're gonna do?
Yeah, man.
We got maybe some little tiny coins, dude.
Let's do it.
Little tiny coins, dude. Ooh. Give me some little tiny coins, dude. I got you. I'll hook you up, man. We'll see how it goes, man. I might suck at this resin pouring thing, and I'll be like, here's your shit. But
that's fine, man. Hey, Jeremy, thank you very much for joining us. Hey, we're gonna have him back.
No
problem,
for
sure.
We're
gonna have you back, Jeremy.
There's so many more things to talk about.
Yeah, because I want to try to get through all 300,000 books that you have on that shelf.
Yeah, dude.
So that's a lot of content.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, some of them I'm not talking about in public.
I know you did tell me. But hey, thanks for joining us, bro. Guys, remember to check out Gordon at Games on Facebook. Just go put it on the search, find them, like it. I'm excited to play that game. So once it's finished, Pillage and Plunder wants to play.
I'll send you a PDF right now, dude.
Yeah, send it to me. But I want you to DM it though. Like we want to play it.
Yeah, we need to play with the creator.
We want to play it.
I'm kind of sick. Actually, I'll flip the role on you. I'm kind of sick of running it. Why don't you run it?
All right, cool.
Oh.
All right. You want me to run it?
Yeah, I'll play. I would rather play.
You're gonna play it? You're gonna play it?
I would rather play. I played it one time, and I was so drunk that it was not fun. So. It was kind of fun, but I was so drunk. It ended weird. I'll tell you about it later. But
hey, I'll run it. You got it, man. I'll run it.
Yeah, man.
But hey, but if I run it and you're playing on my table,
I'm not, dude. I'm a player, man.
I'm running your game,
dude. Dude, criticism for the DM is like, if you want to talk about, we got this next subject is when is it okay to criticize your DM?
All right, cool. We got you. Let's talk about it next week. You want to come on next week?
Sure, man.
All right, we'll talk about that next week. Thanks, Jeremy.
Have a good one.
Thanks, bro.
Love Jeremy. Love Jeremy.
He's a good
Ever
guy.
since I met Jeremy from the first time when he walked into the battle zone, bro, I say that's my dude. Jeremy is my dude.
He's a good guy, man. He's got like all like the gaming knowledge and everything.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
Yeah. So what do you think about what we discussed multi-class wise?
I thought you were on point, and when you mentioned that, like, I think like it makes sense storytelling wise. Like, I mean, he makes a good point, but if you think about it, like any sort of leveling up doesn't really make sense. Like, oh, in this one battle, I have now gained 10 HP, and now I hit harder than I did 5 minutes ago after I killed this big dragon.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't make sense. But like, you spend time with your allies, and you want to pick up one of their classes. I don't know. I think that
it's
makes
like they're
sense.
learning from their allies, you know? I mean, one of my favorite movies that really got me into the whole medieval fantasy genre was Red Sonja. And one of the things that I remember was Red Sonja and Calidus. You remember Calidus, who the guy that Arnold Schwarzenegger was playing?
Oh, yeah.
They were training each other. So Red Sonja had if you read the comics, she's a priestess, right? So she has that priestess fighting style down pack.
Mm-hmm.
Calidus was just an all-out barbarian who ascended, right? Mm-hmm. And they were teaching each other their fighting styles. And that's exactly what I envisioned when you told me about party members teaching each other, and that's how you could level up or multi-class. And that rang a bell. It was Calidus teaching Red Sonja how to fight like a barbarian, and Red Sonja teaching Calidus the proper fighting technique.
I could see that. I almost could like see that in our pirate campaign happening. Like, you know, maybe.
All right, we got one more guest, and we're going to be wrapping this up soon. And this guest is pretty well known within our circles. We can bring him up. Let's go ahead and bring him up, EJ. And a lot of you guys who have played in campaigns with us, especially Pathfinder, know this fella, and his name is Arthur Flanagan.
Oh my God,
Arthur Flanagan!
Bloody hell!
Well known.
Every damn day, it's a different dimension I get trapped in. I look different in this one, different hat. Oh, tiny men on a box. Hello.
Hello, Arthur.
And you know my name for what reason, sir?
Well, there's this guy who's looking for you everywhere. His name is Chris Hammond.
Everywhere I go. I can never escape it. No matter where I go. Who's it this time? Let me guess. Is it a barbarian wanting to rip my skin off this time, or is it another sorcerer?
There's a bunch of people looking for you.
There's like at least 3 or 4 people looking for you.
From what we heard, you murdered the children of some king.
I did no such thing, sir.
I don't know. There's a bard out there. There's a bard out there singing.
That bard has been strumming lies ever since he known about me.
And then there's this sorcerer who is like burning everything, and he definitely wants to kill you for some reason.
Arthur, of
course he does.
I wanted to warn you because was it a sorcerer and a wizard, right?
Yeah.
These were the most moronic magic users I have ever adventured with, and they blew up an entire island and looking for sorcerer.
Hey.
What's the sorcerer's name? Do you remember?
Oh man, that's like a pop quiz.
I think the sorcerer might be listening in on this conversation, Mr. Arthur Flanagan.
So if the sorcerer is listening, could you identify who you are again?
Yeah, and the wizard too. There was a wizard actually hunting you down as well.
I think the wizard had no name. Like, I don't think the wizard ever named himself. Maybe
using this silly magic box with tiny men such as yourselves on it, would you be able to find such wizard and sorcerer?
I don't know, man. He his name was Bao.
Bao.
Yeah, Bao the wizard.
Yeah.
Bao.
Yeah.
The thing male creatures have in this world.
Yeah, except he was only one, singular.
Yeah.
Well, not surprised. A singular bald man is looking for me.
Draven is excited that we have our
on the bright side, at least I have my trusty steed Abby. Oh, good Lord, Abby, what have they done to you? Abby, no!
Oh!
What did they to you, Abby?
That's almost looking like the Sorcerer's Little Frog.
That's true. So
Field girl.
So people.
What is that? What is that? What is that creature?
Looks like a turtle.
Apparently, this was Abby.
That's a turtle.
Oh, your
She
mouth.
seems to be a turtle for some reason.
Oh, Abby, wasn't that? Didn't he have like a badger or something like that?
Yeah. And now
okay,
it's
right.
My girl, Abby. She was my trusty badge I found. As you probably don't know what this is, a bag of holding, which, whether you know what that is or not, it's completely about me.
So let's give a little bit of background on Arthur Flanagan.
Yeah, Arthur.
Oh, don't worry, I can handle that. My name is Arthur Flanagan. I've been a trusty adventurer for the past 75 years. I've met a crew of some weird barbarian, and another weird rock creature, a tiny dwarf-looking man, and some kind of weird germophobic creature who called himself Samorius. That one's not really my particular favorite. Always wanting to stay out of fights and stuff. Anyway, I traveled with them, and no matter what happened and where I went, adventure, hatred, burning, and death followed us. And every day, a different dimension.
Yeah, I think he has poor reception and like what's the world that world that we were playing in?
What realm of existence are you in right now? We're not getting a good reception from you.
Well, I could tell you, but then you'd probably go out to find me as well. So that's known to me, not you.
Dang it!
We almost had him.
Because
there's a king with a bounty on your head, and me being the barbarian, I really don't care about the money. So you're okay with me, the barbarian. But I don't know about the cleric here.
I think Samorius, he just wanted justice, and he just wanted people to either be alive or dead, not in between.
Which understandable, but also justice for germs because he keeps killing those too.
Well, you know what? Nobody asked you, Arthur.
You did actually. You asked me for some backstory, sir, and I gave you some.
Son of a gun. Good old Arthur Flanagan.
So, Mr. Flanagan, how do you like the surprise guest here?
Oh, this is great. I definitely didn't expect this.
Arthur Flanagan is one of the most talked about characters in our sessions, Pathfinder sessions. So he's transcended multiple sessions, different sessions.
Yes, he's almost becoming a Algren Skyrunner of sorts.
Yeah.
He's like the anti-Algren.
In name, it sounds convoluted and like it's copied from a book for some reason. Algren Skyrunner?
There's not much imagination behind that guy.
Doesn't sound like it to me.
Yeah.
He exists in several planes of existence.
Yep. So we have this is definitely Kree. I don't feel like saying his name, which is Archangel Lykander. He says you're a chronicler too, right? You're a chronicler?
I've been forced in such position because a book, for some reason, only spoke to me rather than the rest of my crew.
Okay, and I guess you're in the Chaos Realm, in a tent with dragons above and owlbears. What does that even mean?
Yes, and apparently such as before, where I got dragons in kind of hell dimension, I've been pulled here away from my crew again.
That.
Are you currently in the hell dimension?
I don't know, and I'm really hoping I'm not, because last time it was not fun.
Oh, man. Yeah, that was not good.
I just, Arthur Flanagan, I want to thank you for joining us. Just a little bit of your backstory, man. Share a little bit of your backstory with us.
Well, growing up, I was a bit of a nature enthusiast. Animals from across our backyard and land would just flock to me for some reason. And due to that, my parents kind of cast me off, except my father. He cast me off with supplies. And I lived in the forest for about 30 years at that point, discovering and learning. That's why I became a ranger. And then forward on, I thought, what might not make it more interesting? And I became seeking not just riches, but the ladies as well, which I have terrible luck with.
Arthur, you are an interesting person, and somehow also like very antagonizing. Like I feel like people want to fight. I see why people want to capture you and fight you.
Ask him about the bard.
And that's why I didn't tell you where I am.
Oh yeah, the bard.
There's a bard that just everywhere we go, even in your gaming session and in Kree's gaming session, there's this bard just spreading rumors.
Who are you guys?
We're the watchers. We watch from above, bro.
So you watch me getting my ass kicked every day and just laughed at it.
Yeah, that's all we can do is watch.
Yeah, we're not allowed to interfere.
We can't interfere, man. And I have a particular like for the barbarian, your friend, the barbarian. I forget what was his name. I think it was Enki.
His name was Enki, and he keeps trying to kill me.
Yeah, no, I think he's starting to like you. I think he's starting to like you.
Is he?
Yeah, even though
I sure hope so.
Witch, and then what's the name of the cleric? Samorius. That is correct.
He kind of is just dealing with the fact that he has to party with these people, but he doesn't hate you. He just doesn't
like you.
Actually, you're probably one of the more
And the only difference
ones.
is the strength of such emotion.
And exactly.
And for those watching at home, man, just playing with Kair and the way he role plays his character, it's just it's awesome, man. It's
100%. He goes all in every time.
Yeah, man, and we get to, and I look forward to playing with Kair, and that's why when Kair can't make it to a session, it's almost like we postpone it. We don't even get together if Kair can't make it.
We do something different. If you can't make it, we do a whole different session.
Arthur Flanagan is one of these characters, man, that just super popular amongst us, man.
Yeah, he's gained a life of his own, as we see right now.
Yeah, definitely. Kair
this man you speak of
Earth name. Kair's his Earth name, but his character in the Chaos Realm is Arthur Flanagan. Pathfinder.
At your service.
What was it? A second? It's 2E or first edition. What were we playing?
Oh, that was just regular Pathfinder.
Regular Pathfinder. He created Arthur Flanagan, man. Hey, thank you very much for joining us, man. Hey, be careful. Give the barbarian my regards, and watch out for that bard that's after you, and that wizard. That
struggling
wizard and that
every
sorcerer.
day.
And don't forget to do more of those little flame snaps.
That's right. Let's see if I can give you guys a demonstration. Of course I can't, because no dimension allows that to work, you fools. Goodbye!
Oh my gosh, that was good.
I had to surprise you with that one. One of our favorite characters.
Oh man.
That's the first ever having to play a character I created.
Awesome, man. Great.
That was great.
All right, EJ.
Thanks for showing up, bro.
All right.
Oh man, so this was a great show. We went a little over time, but we had some really good conversations.
Definitely, man. Definitely. And I really wanted to surprise you. I wanted to do something. All right. So here's a couple of the comments on Arthur Flanagan. He says, "Is that his mama's basement? Great hiding spot to manipulate time from."
Well, in Florida, we do not have basements.
Correct.
Otherwise, we were drowned. So,
I got the other one is not hell dimension, his mama's basement,
which I guess could be the same thing, right?
That's true. Man. That's a great point, man. Great point. All right, bring us home, Anthony.
So, everybody, thanks for tuning in again. Next week, we are going to have some more guests because this is going very well. We have a few people lined up that we know that you're going to enjoy. And maybe by next week, we'll know who our president is, right? Not that it'll change the show.
Definitely not.
Yeah, it will have no effect on whether we show up. And it should have no effect on whether you show up. So do us all a favor. Get the stick out of your butt. Don't worry about who the president's going to be because they don't care who you are anyway. And they're going to do nothing for you. And maybe guide things a little bit in your direction. But in the meantime, come over with Pillage and Plunder. Come check out the Clix Exchange, what the Clix, and whatever we call it. And just have a good time.
And that's what we're trying to create, and just an escape, man. A good show to come in, have fun. Instead of arguing with other people politics on Facebook, just come in and troll us, or just come in and enjoy the conversation.
And by next week, we're hoping to have from the internets, Galactus.
Oof, I can't wait to see that.
I'm hoping that he's going to be coming by next week, and if so, we will bring the new shiny Galactus, and we can show you what he does on screen.
Don't forget, like us, share, subscribe. Just share it out with your friends. This is definitely going to be around and pre-recorded. Another thing is, check out our merchandising store. At the beginning, we did have a video.
Booty points.
Get some booty points. And what's the website for that?
So the website for that would be streamlabs.com/pillage and plunder games/TIP tips, or you don't have to have the tip. You can do it with the tip or without the tip. Either way, it'll be accepted.
Definitely.
We prefer without the tip.
Yeah, definitely. Just buy some merch if you like it. We do get a proceed, and it'll allow us to continue, get a better equipment, and all that good stuff. Guys, thank you very much for watching. I'm Papa Tony. This is Mr. Wonderful Anthony. Great show, guys. Thank you.